But when Son Heung-min went to Tottenham in, I think it was 2015, right? So maybe exactly 10 years after Park Ji-sung, I thought, oh, that's such a shame. Hello everyone, I'm Peter Bint. I'm from the United Kingdom, from England, from London, and I work as a British broadcaster here in Korea, mainly on English broadcasting, but also quite a bit on Korean broadcasting and online, YouTube, Instagram, these kinds of things. Nice to meet you all. Tired of my job of broadcasting, of being on shows. Being on camera and on air, I could pretty much say no, I don't get tired of that. Like the in-between kind of traveling or doing work for the script, making preparations by maybe studying up on a topic, that kind of thing, maybe sometimes I get a bit tired. But even that, I mostly enjoy, so I don't really mind. I love traveling for broadcasts, like going somewhere and experiencing something. So I've really enjoyed going back to the UK, of course. Going back to my home country is great, but I'd love to go abroad to another country and do some broadcasting. But to be honest and to show you behind the scenes, that's difficult. You know, you need many camera staff and they all have a tough time traveling around in the heat or the cold or whatever. So it's not maybe realistic. In terms of a lot of football content that I do, I'd love to go to a game and do some work there. And maybe, fingers crossed, that's going to happen this new Premier League season. It's not 100% confirmed yet, but maybe. So that was, I think, 2005. To be honest, Manchester United were my team, Arsenal's big rivals back then. You know, we were still winning titles, winning FA Cups, both our teams. But I didn't feel the same as I felt when Son Heung-min went to Tottenham. I think because it was very new for a Korean player to come to the Premier League, and I had really admired Park Ji-sung during even the 2002 World Cup. I saw him in the stadium against Portugal scoring a goal that took Korea to the last 16. And as a half Korean, I was so patriotic and feeling so happy about that. And so I loved Park Ji-sung already. And then I remember watching him when PSV, the Dutch team that he played for before Manchester United, they got to the Champions League semi-final, and he played a big role in that as well. So I was more happy actually that, oh, we've got a South Korean in the Premier League at Manchester United. I didn't think he would play that much, to be honest. So even that was really, for me, a positive thing, that he played a lot with Sir Alex Ferguson in that team. So yeah, I think overall, I was not really negative about Park Ji-sung going, despite Manchester United being a rival team. So after Park Ji-sung, you know, at the same time I think we had Lee Yong-pyo, pretty much similar time at Tottenham. And yeah, even that I didn't feel too bad about, despite Tottenham being our real local rivals. I don't know why, maybe because Lee Yong-pyo is a defender and he's not like scoring many goals against us, and at that time Arsenal and Tottenham were so far apart in terms of quality. Like, we were winning the league and Tottenham were nowhere near. Despite that, I didn't feel too bad about Lee Yong-pyo going there. I wasn't like, oh no, that's terrible. Again, I think I was thinking, oh, it's a good opportunity for Korean players to go and test themselves in the Premier League. But when Son Heung-min went to Tottenham in, I think it was 2015, right? So maybe exactly 10 years after Park Ji-sung, I thought, oh, that's such a shame. Like, because he was the next big Korean player. I didn't feel he would go past Park Ji-sung's records, but he really has eclipsed Park Ji-sung. But I could tell that there's a lot of potential, And I thought, no, you know, you could go anywhere, but why go to Tottenham? Because I felt at that time less excited about a Korean in the Premier League because we'd already had Park Ji-sung and Lee Young-pyo, and this was a time when Tottenham and Arsenal, you know, they were very similar. Still, we were finishing above them every year, like for more than 20 years in a row, but they were more our rivals then than the big teams, you know, Manchester City, Manchester United. So maybe because of that, I felt, oh, I wish you had gone to a different club. Even if it's not Arsenal. Arsenal would have been amazing, but even if it's not Arsenal, just not Tottenham. Anyone but Tottenham. So that's how I felt when he first moved. I'm still very proud of him as a half Korean for doing so well in the Premier League. Top goal scorer, that's unbelievable. Captain, you know, even more well-loved than maybe Harry Kane as well. He even lifted a trophy, yeah, which was hard to watch, but I convinced myself for Son Heung-min, I can be happy, you know, because he was the captain, okay. And it's Europa. It's not Champions League, it's not Premier League, which is the real important one. Sorry, Son Heung-min. But Europa League is a little downgrade from that, but well done, well done.